Well, hey everyone. I would just like to say that I'm glad you're with me and welcome to A Time to Heal. This is my little YouTube channel where I can share my tips and tricks and different ways that you can live a chemical free life with Young Living. Um, Young Living obviously has essential oils, but there is so much more that they have besides that. But today, I wanted to talk a little bit about perfume. Perfume has been making me personally sick for since I can remember, since I was a kid. I can remember being in church one day and having to stand up for a while next to someone who had on some really strong perfume, and it had always given me headaches, but this day it just went so far because I was stuck next to this person and I couldn't move. And so the first thing, as usual, was I got a headache. The second problem, not too long after that, was my stomach got really, I felt sick and nauseated, and after, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes later, I started to feel lightheaded. And I can remember holding on to my mom and finding myself passed out on the floor. And I know it's hard to say, yeah, perfume, made me pass out, but I can tell you that it was making me really sick. So from that point forward, I try so hard to stay away from those strong scents in the perfume. And as the time goes on, I see more and more people now that react this way to perfume. So what is it exactly about perfume that makes it, I think, so toxic? Is that there's tons of chemicals in a bottle of perfume, and we're not allowed to really know what they are. And that's because a company that makes a perfume or a fragrance wants to keep that like a trade secret so that other people don't copy their smell or their fragrance. And so they don't put what they use on the bottle. And so they'll just label it as fragrance. So you have no idea of how many chemicals, what goes into that perfume. You have no idea. But there's a lot of recent evidence now that there's a lot of harmful chemicals in perfumes. And one of the biggest problems in fragrances in general is that the chemicals are endocrine disruptors. And what that means is that the chemicals in the perfume mimic estrogen. And what happens is that your body thinks that these chemicals are estrogen when they're really not. And so women now are having all these symptoms of estrogen dominance, is what I'm going to call it. And it's pervasive in our society, and I think that everyone thinks it's normal. So when we talk about PMS and when we talk about menopause and hot flashes, and we think, oh, that's just normal. But is it really normal? Because I'm not sure that it is. Have people been suffering from PMS for thousands of years? We don't know, but we just know that everybody in our society does, so it must be normal. That doesn't mean that it's normal. And I can tell you that when I first started having severe symptoms of things like this and started doing some nutritional research, and I found out that it was called estrogen dominance. And that's a whole nother story. I was able to take care of that using natural progesterone, and I did not have PMS problems after that. And I went through menopause and never had, the serious, terrible hot flashes that everyone talks about. So I can tell you that it is possible not to live life having estrogen dominance. But in order to cure ourselves, we have to stop using these chemicals that cause estrogen dominance. And so one of the things that I have been able to do since I've started using essential oils is that now I can finally wear a fragrance. So it used to be that I'd tell my husband, please don't put on cologne. He knows it makes me sick. I can't have really strong deodorant smells or Axe. Axe is just gonna kill me. You know, all my kids have to be really careful about what they put on because I'm so sensitive to fragrance. But the good thing is that I have never once had any kind of reaction to any of Young Living's essential oils. They've not made me sick, they've not given me headaches, and I haven't passed out. So praise the Lord for that. Um, so, you know, these essential oils can be used as perfume. And you can actually go online and kind of create your own, which actually I'm excited because our Dixie's Crown Diamond leader now, Stacy James McDonald, have come up with some recipes for perfumes, and you can go to the Common Sense website, I believe, on Facebook, but you can learn about, she has an Etsy store where she sells like these recipe cards for perfume and how to make them, and that's really exciting to me. But since I haven't done that yet, I'm just going to talk a little bit about the perfume that you can use now. So if you do have a starter kit, if you did get a starter kit, one of the most used essential oils for perfumes, I would say, is Stress Away. So here's Stress Away. Stress Away is a blend, but it has a really nice scent, and it's also calming. But you could take Stress Away and just kind of put a little dab on your wrists, rub together, and voila, you have perfume. You know, and the great thing about this is it's not going to make you sick. And there's no chemicals and there's no endocrine disruptors. This is Stress Away. This is going to help you throughout your day to be more calm, to just have an overall better day. You know, I mean, why would you not want to use a perfume that also makes you feel better? So that's the great thing about essential oils. Now, you could use Stress Away, but there's others. And for example, one of my favorite oils that I use all the time and I'm out of right now is Valor. I use Valor all the time. I use it at work, like in the morning, at noon. I use Valor. That's my favorite. So to me, that's, you know, a great scent. It's almost like a perfume, and I wear it all the time, and it really helps me throughout the day. Some people would prefer Stress Away. Some of the other ones that I thought that to me smell really pretty, well, Peace and Calming. Again, another oil that you can use to relax, calm down. My husband tends to want to put this on before bed. It's just peace and calming. This one kind of has a ylang ylang in it, and so it's got a really nice floral type of scent. So that's a good one. I pulled out just plain ylang ylang. Notice this one has a roller ball on it. My husband likes this, and he'll use it before bed too. And you could just roll it on. Very good. It's floral again. Joy is another one that people like that tends, I think Joy has rose in it, so it smells very floral as well. And here's a new one that I happened to get in my last order, Sensation. This one is also very nice, and I think it would be a great perfume. So there are several different oils to choose from, and you know, I guess when you join Young Living, you get your starter kit, and here, you know, you do have Stress Away. You have lavender, and lavender is another good option. But, you know, you can kind of get a sense of what smells that you would prefer, and, you know, maybe buy a small bottle of one oil or something, you know, to, you know, see if, hey, do I like this scent? But I really would encourage you to stop using perfume. Besides the fact that it makes a lot of people sick, it's making you sick. You might not realize it. You might have, you know, strange symptoms that are hard to describe. You might have estrogen dominance. Maybe, you know, you feel tired all the time. Maybe, you know, so many of these chemicals, they go right through our skin, right into our body, and who knows what kind of symptoms they can cause. They can make me have a headache, but the next person they might make feel sluggish. So my point is that to live a more clean, healthy life, we have to get rid of the chemicals that are in our everyday world, because if we keep absorbing all these chemicals into our body, they're gonna make us sick. So here's just another tip. I hope that you take it and try some Young Living oils. Try, get used to what they smell like. See if you can't find something that you really like that you could wear as a perfume and help your body, you know, be more healthy. And so that's my tip for today. And I hope you all have a great, rest of the week. I'm going to try to do this every week. Stay tuned to my YouTube channel that I'm starting, and hopefully I will add more tips and things. And if I can't bring people to my classes, maybe I could bring my classes to the people. So that's my point in doing these YouTube videos. So have a great week, and hope to see you next time.